Cool. Okay, so this is another AI I had done the other day. But I want to just talk about, there are people that are questioning this question of, do you basically go ahead and constantly not talk, but constantly go on people's pages and react and respond and interact. And I understand that Flip is all about interaction, but at the same time, Flip has told me itself, "Hi, how are you?" Yeah, I haven't been on here for a while, but it looks like not TikTok, YouTube has backdrops. So I'm going to utilize the backdrops now because they do a great job. I hope you're doing well. I'm basically talking about Ronco. My goodness, long time. Yeah, I've been on Flip, and Flip I've been earning money. So I've had to kind of decide how to go about doing this, but because TikTok has been a problem in the United States, I haven't been able to. We had to jump from. A lot of people have moved from TikTok to Flip in the United States because that's an American owned company, even though the company I think was started by somebody who came from Iran or Iraq. I can't remember, which is interesting. So they've created a platform where social media and marketing, if you have low views and a not low content, but people like low following, you can earn money on there. And that's what I've been up to. Sorry, I have my. Yeah, they're. Oh well, thank you. I'm testing it out. I find that this is something I made. I make stuff, so I'm making stuff as well, and I'm busy having a discussion right now on because what I do is I batch create when I go on my lives. I use these lives to repurpose for other platforms because I can. And it's useful because then I can just have a conversation, have the background, and then not panic about trying to do 10,000 things at once. So I'm slowing down on doing everything at once because that's what I was known for. Can you hear me? I'm using these iMore, where are they? I think you can hear me because I'm using a earpiece. It's underneath this little wig that I have here. But it has become very stressful. Yes, they're semi unbanning it, but the biggest concern is for those that are not generating money on TikTok, it's a lot easier to make money on Flip. Now, I was able to make some money on TikTok, but not as much as what I've been seeing on Flip, which is sort of pretty amazing. Oh, is it? I'm underwater. Yeah, the quality is not great. I can switch it. Do you want me to give me a second to switch it? I wonder if I should just switch it out. I was charging my phone and my phone has it's like a little low on maybe I should switch it out. It's a little low on battery. But I guess it should be okay. So give me a second to switch it out. Let's see if this makes a difference. Give me a second. Glad I asked. See, you guys it's been a long time, but look, take a look. But I think I assess the situation. Can you hear me now? I'm going to just put this, assess the situation because nobody knew what was going on. But look at what happened with YouTube. Look at YouTube. They're like upgrading. Can you believe this? I don't think they had the green screen before. I could be wrong. Maybe I just didn't see it. I don't know. Give me a moment. Let's try both. I have both of them in. Let's see if these make a difference. Oh my goodness, it's completely disastrous. Give me a moment. So I'm detangling it at the moment. So let's try both. I think the Rode mic is always better. We know the Rode mic is good because you've heard me talk and then play music without having a problem. This is a new mic, new headpiece, but it's a little bit weird because I agree it does have a little bit of that underwater sound. They had the green screen this whole time. Look at me. I'm so behind schedule. I think I was focused on the music more. Well, see, I'm slow as ever. But I've been refining my AI. These are AI images. I've been refining them. So maybe I needed time to kind of like step back for a few seconds. I don't know. But I'm back. I'm not going to do, like, I'm going to jump between fashion and music, I guess. I mean, that's more or less what I was doing. But I am going to use these as a, whatchamacallit. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Is it like, is it, let me know if you can hear me. I'm just plugging that. So I plugged it in. I still have the earpiece. So maybe a combination of the two will be interesting. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, so I clearly wasn't paying attention to the green screen. I was focused on the music because the music became part of the process, right? I felt like I need a space to do my music or else I go bananas. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, so yes, I was definitely behind the green screen subject. So green screen is cool, but now I can use the AI develop. Look, these are awesome designs that I've come up with. So the fashion is evident when you see the images that I've been able to create with the green screen right now people can see, oh yeah, she does the fashion. Which is quite beautiful. I mean, look at the things people can come up with now with AI. It's quite phenomenal. Yeah, I was behind. I was clearly long behind schedule with fashion concepts. I mean, not fashion concepts, but knowledge that YouTube actually does have. This is a great piece. I like that. That kind of stuff. I'll step away. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just really enjoying. I'm really enjoying how it's turning out, and then I can play around with creating things. Like, there's a thing on Flip. I don't know if you know Flip. There's a thing on Flip that is people are kind of. I think they don't want quality content, and what's happening is now the public is retaliating by trying to not demonetize, but trying to, I think it's slightly discrimination, my personal opinion. They're discriminating between content creators that are crafted works. Like I like to craft my stuff. I'm a little bit more refined because I like to develop the art of being creative. I'm a creative. I studied my master's in art. I think you know that. I learned music. I grew up in a family of music, like, knowledge. And I think what's happening is the majority of the people on Flip are housewives and women who stay at home and who feel that they need a place to generate money. Sure, there's a way to generate money, but you can't. What's happening now is people are forcing people to respond after you get comments and shares and likes and stuff. And it's slowing down for the people, my personal opinion, for the people who are creating crafted, like this kind of stuff. I don't think they like me on there. Like, I think the problem is people are not happy when people understand how to, and I can help people do this. Like this, no problem. I can show people how to make clothing. I can show people how to present themselves in a certain manner. It's like years of crafting an idea and a concept. I'm growing my hair out. I'm not prepared to dye my hair anymore. I've gone through a phase of losing all my hair to finally growing it out to understanding that healthy is better than unhealthy on many different levels. So it has become the it has become a question on, do you dress down for social media and look a certain way? A blanket. I can show you how to make a blanket. I can do all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's partly what I studied fashion. Blankets are easy to make. That's an easy thing. A sewing machine, you just need a sewing machine and a pair of scissors and maybe a green board just to get the measurements and a couple of tape measuring rulers. But that's the easiest part. A blanket is easy to make. I mean, I don't know if you're wanting to do quilting, all those kind of things, So it's oops, painting. I mean, I think some people on here had seen me paint before. But I think, going back to the whole context of Flip, I think Flip is a place where people acknowledge that you can earn money on there, and how you earn is generally how it's done on social media, where people comment, like, share, respond, react. But now they're downgrading. I think the downgrading concept of being like what creative was. Like, people say be yourself, but there's some people like me who's like themselves being creative. This is creative. Like, I like to craft my craft. And I think it's important that we listen to a place like Flip. And Flip community has, not community, the live support has specifically said, you need to focus on your craft. Don't worry about the sounds that are going on around you, and focus on being who you are. And if you are the type of person that wants to refine your skill and your craft, then go ahead and do that, because I'm that type of person. I like to refine my craft. I like to refine my skill. I like to work through ideas. I can't not be a crafted person without understanding and all these AI things. This is free. I don't know if people realize that you can do AI for free. So I'm using AI as a tool to help create my ambiance. Hold on a second. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to create? Oh, are you in the States? You're in the States? If you're in the States, yes, totally download Flip. You can earn money. The problem right now is you can absolutely earn money. Like, I have made maybe $300, $400 just off of posting videos. You do have to buy and purchase an item to start using their camera. But once that happens, things can start rolling like really fast. Absolutely. And I can show you how to use that space. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what Flip is it's an American. You can take a look. See if Flip is enabled in other parts of the world. I haven't checked, but from what I know, I think Flip is an American company. Poshmark, I'm also on Poshmark. Poshmark, I'm making good money on Poshmark. Like, that's my main source of income from home. Like, I make stuff, and then besides just making stuff, I sell things. So what's nice about what's happening now is Flip, you can buy things like clothing and shoes and all that stuff, and then from there, all this stuff that I purchase, I can resell on Poshmark. And it becomes like this whole cycle, so I don't have to waste space and pieces that Okay, check it out. Check if you're able to. Geez, that would be great. I'd like to hear if it's usable overseas. I am fascinated because they said it's only for the US, but maybe they're branching it out. I haven't heard anything yet. That would be very interesting to hear. If it is, I'm on there. If you are wanting to look for me, I am there. I can give you my link and everything. It is yeah, it's just, I think, it's just one of those things. Hey, I feel, so I'm just playing around with screens. I love doing this. It's just, it's so fun. This is the fashion element. This is my fashion side. This is where I become like the creative, and I don't know if too many people like it, but I'm like, you know what? This is who I am. I studied fashion. I worked in the fashion industry. I studied and taught music as well. It's not like, I did both. You know, I did both. And the reason why I'm actually on Flip is that I had a video pop off, which was pretty like, whoa, what just happened here? A video had reached, my name on Flip is Cinta Margot, Sintamargot. I think I'm the only Cinta Margot. I'm on there, you'll see my crazy videos, and then you'll see one that reached 36,000 views. So I was like, I gotta try this out. I mean, are they wanting to keep people? So they technically got my attention by having me. Ooh, there is one that's a little, yeah. You'll take a look. You'll see. I have a new one. So you're supposed to market stuff, right? That's like, it's almost like a marketing. Fantastic. I'm gonna wait. Does that mean? Hold on a second. Are you actually saying that Flip is enabled overseas? Are you saying that right now you're not in the States, but you set it up? Are you for real? I'm going to have to take a look. I can't look right now because I'm using my phone, but I am definitely going to take a look. Please, please. Oh, that's so awesome. Take a look at the video. There's a video on there that reached, it's on the top right. The one below it, I just did because they were like, you need to do something that's a little bit like, different. So I chose something a little bit different to do for one of the videos. Oh my goodness, so it's actually connected for overseas as well. I am absolutely gobsmacked. That is the best news I've heard. That's amazing. Now you have to see if, do you have something that's called Stripe? I don't know if Stripe is how they pay you. So if you have Stripe, you can connect that to your bank account and then you can start earning. So this is, yes. Did you see that? And that's why I've been on there, because that's what happened. And I tried to find a copy of that video. I'm so glad it wasn't a weird video. I'm like, thank God. It wasn't something like me like running around naked on the street or something. Like that. It's like I didn't need to do anything crazy. I just had to talk about the Dubai chocolates. So I'm like, that's cool. I can handle that. I can survive the problem there. Hold on, let me just go back to these pictures and images. Yeah, it was an interesting experience, experiencing that. Yeah, I've never, like, let me be honest, I have never ever had that happen in my entire life. So when it happened, that's where I've been. I've been there because I felt like whatever I had done was appreciated. And because of what it was that I had done, which was nothing different than me being on TikTok and using the green screen. If I had known that YouTube had the green screen this whole time, like, I would have been pre-planning all of the stuff on here. But no, I was on TikTok because TikTok grabbed my attention and they were like, you have the shop now and you need to use the shop because now we're giving this space. So that's what happened, right? So I had, yeah, but it's not viral. I can't say, my husband says viral technically means 100,000 views. That's only like 3/4 of anything viral. So it's, and I think this is the argument that I'm trying to talk about today, is that people are fighting over who gets the attention, and I'm not in a group. They try to push you into getting into a group just so that you can go in and help other pages, which I think is okay. I think it's important to participate in helping other people's pages, which I have done. Then I had to step back because I was getting very sick because of the fact that it's stressful, right? You have to go back, and there are a lot of people on social media that never get back to other people and respond or react. And there's a reason why that happens. It happens because A, you don't have the time. B, you can't get down to 350,000 people in a day on one video. What if they have like 5 videos with 350,000 views, comments, likes, and shares? It's going to give you a stress of whatever. So there is that concern, like what's happening in social media is people are learning how the algorithm works. And because of that, there's this big battle between should you be a high-end social media content creator, or can you be like a normal person wearing PJs and your hair's wrapped in a towel right out of the bathroom? And I'm sort of like, I'm not really an anybody, but I feel as if social media encourages you to, like what I'm doing here, encourages you to work on your craft. Working on the craft. No, 1,000 views is nothing. That's like, I get lots of 1,000 views on videos. I'm on Facebook, and I don't do much Instagram, but there was an Instagram video that, I think that's how I managed to get into the performance bonus on Facebook, is that there was a personalized invite that was sent to me because one of my videos reached 10,000 views on Instagram. And I was like, it's not really anything. It's me doing my hair. I'm doing my hair, coloring it and dyeing it and all that stuff. Let's see if I can find the image. It was so weird. I was like, this is, like, I'd rather have the Dubai chocolate. People know me as, oh, she's eating that Dubai chocolate, than, oh, she's dyeing her hair in front of like the camera and she looks ridiculous, but in the end it turned out okay, like that kind of thing. No, what I've heard, this is what, and my husband works for the news, right? Brandon works for CBS News, and from what he claims is viral, he actually did say it's over 100,000. Like 10,000 is 100,000. So that 36,000 whatever, it didn't pay me much. It paid me like $71 for that video. It was okay. I mean, in my sense, in my eyes, I can make $71 in a week by doing other things. So this is the thing, is people are thinking that you can do these like videos and make a fortune, but it doesn't. I don't think it happens all the time. I think it's like those rare occasions. I think it's like people pulling tickets out of a hat. Like, okay, we choose this person. Or it could technically be literally people focusing on their skill and their craft, and that is what makes the success. Because authenticity and different and being authentic all in one boils down to, like, it's real. You're not, it's like it's sort of rehearsed, but it's not really rehearsed. And look, I'm just dressing up and I'm on a live. So this is like as live as you get. I can make mistakes, and I'm going to say a lot of likes and but and and ah, and this is the true sense of authenticity. And you can use the authenticity of this kind of element to develop long-lasting experiences. And this is called batch creation. So I get on the live, I have a conversation. this is like as true as it gets. But I dress it up a little bit, and I use the backdrops, and I style it up, and I think it's okay to do that. But people are fighting over this whole you can't be that because it's not you. I I was like, this is me. Like, this is what I am. This is what I studied. I studied to be an artist. I think I'm allowed to promote myself the way I want to promote. I'm not going to walk out. What's GTG? GT. Oh, gotta go. Oh yeah, that's fine. You're fine. No, it's fine. I'm just going to continue talking. That's okay. But you're on there, so I'll see you. That's so cool. It's global. I'm absolutely besotted. I'll meet you on that side, and then we can have a conversation. You'll see these clips on that side once I'm done. No problem. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for popping over to Flip. Now you can see. Now you can see. So it has become an interesting experience being a content creator in this time, because I do think that there's this question on, like, we are normal people. Like, I'm a normal person. I just like to dress it up because that is what I've done. And I studied in a field that performances and exhibitions and fashion shows was part of what I had done. And for people to digress one's personal skills to the level of general public, where, like, going back to the question of people walking out with a towel and maybe a towel on their head, and bye, it's good to see you, thank you. Well, I'll chat to you on Flip. That is awesome that you saw the page. Bye, have a wonderful day. Thank you I'm so glad you popped over. That's wonderful. Very, very nice to see. I'm sorry I haven't been here. It's just been a little crazy on the other side, but now you know what happened. So yeah, I haven't disappeared. I just had to shift a little bit. And I feel as if people, it's not hard to learn how to master the craft of creating an identity on social media. I think it's just an understanding of, like, I taught art, I was doing fashion, I have crafted and mastered my skill for many, many years in this element, and I think to tell people, and I'm hearing a lot of people on Flip say that, telling people, oh, you have to be yourself, you have to be yourself. But what if being yourself is crafting your skill? I mean, what if that is you? What if that is part of who you are? Like, you can't discriminate between somebody who is what they really are, an artist, and this is what they actually do, versus somebody who maybe does not understand how to put together something, which is why we're here, right? The artists are here to help people who want to learn to craft and master their skill. And I just feel as if, people are so focused on trying to react and respond and interact so fast so that everybody makes a buck, that they forget the most important parts about drawing attention is not by drawing attention in the wrong way, but by drawing attention to intricacies and detail and understanding the refining side of, because you have to remember, this is not just social media. We got to look at these things as television now. This is like a television, and everybody behind the screen is the audience. So, like, as Mr. Rogers was also crafting his skill with all his little puppets. I'm sure he probably even made them himself. I wouldn't be surprised if he made the puppets himself and crafted those, So I just think people need to, my personal opinion is I think everybody needs to take a step back and analyze, like look at your, like from like I consider myself somewhat of an expert because I have had the exhibitions, I've had articles at the Smithsonian, and I've been on television in South Africa, and I had all this stuff happen. So I know what crafting is without it being from social media aspect. Social media did not exist when I was in South Africa. It happened a little bit more by the time I had left South Africa. I mean, there was YouTube, but I was late in the YouTube game. So yeah, I mean, I just feel as if there's, I feel as if there is a, I feel as if there's like a discrimination between people who want to craft their skill and people who are, I hate to say it, but I feel as if people feel like they're lost. They're not sure where they're supposed to belong. And I think the whole point of this is to learn yourself. You're looking at yourself. It's critiquing yourself. That's what it is. Social media, you should be critiquing yourself in what you can improve. What can you improve on your videos that will draw people to your page, not just draw them and say likes and shares, but fascination, like curiosities, like who, like what is it about your page that people want to come back to and check on? And it should not be the question on, oh, they're going to come back to my page and react and respond. That's great. And I'm sure and I do that. I mean, make no mistake, I'm not a big anything. But I feel as if you do have to hone in on the craft. And if Flip really does say, focus on the craft, I'm going to make sure I take that very seriously. Okay. I do take it seriously. I don't not take it. I take it very seriously when a platform and platforms say, this is what we want you to do. Then try it. I mean, if you haven't tried it, give it a try. If you haven't understood the crafting skill of looking on your page, assessing and evaluating the situation, and I know we're all different. I don't have any kids. I have my fur baby who's absolutely calm and collected with me on many occasions. Sometimes he's a little being dramatic, but that's normal. But I think because I gave up having a child, maybe I have one eventually, I don't know, but having a child, it has allowed me to craft my skill. So judging one for their way of being themselves should not be misinterpreted by a falseness, but the trueness of how long this person has been crafting the skill for. Maybe I have been crafting my skill for a very long time. I'm 45 years old now, and it's refining the skill, understanding contrast and color. It's not just about a pretty person. I'm nowhere near a model. Like, I'm not, that's not the point. The point is crafting the skill, honing it to make yourself and your page and your presence memorable, right? It's a memorable presence that people are appreciative of. And the more unique you are, the more, I think, Flip appreciates the uniqueness, you know? I think that is the part of Flip that makes it a little bit different, is that it doesn't have an editing suite. It just has a basic camera. So they're giving you the stage to be you. To be, if you want to edit your videos a little bit more elaborately like I do, then go ahead and do that. If you want to keep it simple with just like a screen, I mean, it just shows difference. For me, I like to stand out a little bit because that is what I studied. So yeah, excuse me. Apologies. I feel as if it's important. Hold on, let me just take this off now. Let's see what it looks like without this thing. I feel it is important to be yourself in the truest sense. Okay, I don't look my little PC over here. Be yourself in the truest sense. I don't think that being forced into what the general public assumes is the right approach to how to approach flip now is necessarily right. I think people should allow people to be themselves. And if being like for me, this is just what I do. I could be doing this on any platform and it doesn't matter. I'll still be who I am and people recognize what I do for what it is. Okay. But I've been refining it. I've been doing this for years. It's not like I'm just somebody. I think somebody probably assumed, oh, she's a nobody, where in fact, in the truest sense of nobody is maybe somebody in the United States might not know me, but there are other people overseas that know me. So, I mean, what is knowing mean to an individual? What does it mean? I mean, does fame come with recognition, or does fame come with acknowledgement of a background? What is it? What does fame mean? What does success mean to somebody? I can't personally say what it is. I just know that before social media, there were people on television and movies who were famous or are famous even before social media. And for movies and all that stuff, you need to, it is part of staging, but you can still be yourself, stage it out, and be allowed to be that way. Like, I'm not going to lower my standard for what other people assume is the way of the world, you know? It's not. Platforms were made to look as, you want to make the platform look good. You don't want to make the platform look bad. Like, I'm all about making a platform look good. Like, I want them to appreciate what they have on their page. It's like throwing graffiti all over a train track, and nobody comes over and cleans it and they trash the whole place. Like, I want that train track to look good. I want that space to look perfect. And if I need to go in and repaint it with like white paint to make it look absolutely fantastic, I will go the extra mile and do it, because I feel as if every platform deserves quality content because they're giving us the space to earn money, so we might as well make the place look good and not trash it. That's just my personal opinion. So if you had respect for the platform, you would listen to what the platform was requiring of you, you know? Like in Japan, when I lived in Japan, it was all about respecting the space, and a high standing way of things in regards to the public was to be presentable. Like, whether it was in a private school or whatever, you still had to look presentable because that is the way of Japan. Like, you don't need to trash the place to make it, like, don't, like, respect the space. That's all I'm saying. Is I think people misunderstand the concept. Like, you're respecting the space by making the space look good. So don't take it as, oh, people are dressing up to make it look a certain way. If they're paying you, you basically should acknowledge that you're trying to help, the space out. It's just, that's all I'm saying. You're trying to help the space out. And I feel as if just not enough people are acknowledging what respecting a space is. I don't think enough people respect spaces. Like, I respect everything about, like, YouTube. And I respect everything about everything that I've done because the doors have been opened. And I feel as if having a door opened is just as important as maintaining that door, staying open. You don't want to trash the place. That's just my personal opinion. Don't make it look bad. Make it look good. Make people want to come back and ask for more. Like, it's not just about the individual. It's about the overall concept behind a platform, you know? So yeah, that's just my take on it. And aesthetics doesn't mean a pretty person. Aesthetics means presenting yourself in a certain way. It doesn't have to be you have to look gorgeous. It has to be, it's aesthetics means presentable. Like presentation aesthetics. Like, I think people have the concept of aesthetics wrong. I think, yeah, there's a lot to it behind. Yeah. So that's just how I see it. Let me do another screenshot of something quickly. Which image haven't I used from the other day? This is an interesting image. Fascinating image. I'm not sure if I'm yeah. Let's go back to that one. So that's basically my talk, is that I just feel as if, like, you don't trash the place. Don't make the place look trashy. That's just my personal opinion. Like, if you're going to earn money on a space, respect the space. Appreciate what they're giving us. And A, humble yourself, which is important. Humble yourself at all times. B, it's not always about the money. And C, if they're giving you an open space to be yourself, then respect it by giving them something that they want in return. And that's how I see it. I just don't think enough people are having that conversation, and they assume I think it's a selfish way of looking at things. Like, humble yourself. Humble yourself. It's called humbling yourself on platforms, and respect the environment. That's it. I didn't really play music. Should I play some music? Let me see what I can do here. Let's switch it out and do some music. Let's do a little bit of music so I get some music, because I haven't done it. Haven't done it in a while. I don't know if this is going to work, because maybe. Let's see. Unscreen it. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but let's give it a try. Let's give this a try. I don't know where I'm going to place this. It's not going to work. No, it's definitely not going to hold. That's not going to hold. Let's find another way to try this music thing out. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Can I do it like that? Oh, all the messes. All the messes. Now you can see I'm totally, like, disastrous here. Let's see if I move this, if it doesn't just become less messy. Less mess, less stress. Like, I would not want to show people all the messes. It's just not, like, respect the space, man. That's all I'm saying, is people just need to learn to respect the environment. If they're allowing you to make money, then the alternative, the solution is to allow people. I like to respect spaces, because growing up in Japan, I have a different approach to things, okay? And I think a lot of people will understand that. And you can see all the messes. now that I've had my moment on here, and I haven't done it in a while, there you go. So that's the whole thing. Let's do a little bit more of the green screen. Get some more, a little bit more footage in. Don't forget that I'm using this as my planning stage and idea space as well. No, I like this one. Which one was this? This one was so nice. Let's see. There was one with this. This is so cute. Okay, so that's the whole, my little extension here. This piece that I got, I think it's a designer piece, can be purposed for various things, and I sort of like it for that reason. Let me just do the unscreen quickly so you can see what it looks like. Okay, let's see if you can see this. Okay. So it's like a bustier, like a little extension piece over here, right? It doesn't have to be completely like a dress, but it kind of works for many purposes. Okay, I'm done for now.